Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Half-Life Iron Man mode. Today we are going to be going through Blast Pit. I just got done practicing this, and I have to say, went pretty flawlessly. Oops, that was not flawless. In fact, that was quite the opposite. That was pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not supposed to take damage there. No! Because the whole key to success is avoiding damage as much as possible. Now, it's important, don't jump when on this elevator. That's actually one of the things I did during the practice. I was just acting like an idiot, and I jumped, and you can take damage. So yeah, it's never good to do that. But there are health packs down here. But we'll skip. There are all those health packs right there. Now, unfortunately, I should be. Now, on the time that I wasn't acting like an idiot, and I didn't actually jump, because I played through there are a few portions where I did a couple different times, because on that one I did something stupid. So because the goal is I want to try and figure out like how much health I should have, how much health and armor I should have at any given point during a level. One magazine, I should say, not clip. Yep, it takes exactly one magazine of the Glock to take out a bull squid. At least from long range, I'm not sure, because some of those bullets might have missed because I was jumping, I'm not sure. So, but yeah, Blast Pit is the first level where we're going to be encountering particularly tricky stuff with jumps and lots of situations where you can die. Ooh, like, that would have been bad. I want to avoid taking any damage here. Technically, we should already be on 100, but luckily it's got that health there, which gives me a little bit of free room. So we're at the right point. Yes, in all my practice runs, 100 health, 96 armor going into the main portion of the level, which is good. Now, this is actually one of the levels where taking damage is not very common. It's pretty difficult actually to take damage if you know what you're doing. But there's a lot of jumps that are just an instant death. I actually took a little bit of damage there, which I usually should not be taking. I took 1 damage off my armor, but hey, that can be important. That can make a difference. Last shell. Take out both of those guys. There we go. Flawless. Load up 17 rounds. Yep, 17 rounds is enough to kill a bull squid from the pistol. I messed that up. Usually I can do it with just the right click, the 2-shell fire mode. Usually does it, but I aimed a little bit low. You gotta aim a little kind of at the head. It's a zombie. You aim for the head. Actually, yeah, there's. Screw it. We're gonna go for this. Ah, screwed it up. Oh well, yeah. There's a little secret up there you can get. So yeah, we're going. We've lost a little bit of health, but this is actually one of the levels where you actually, it's not so much about having health for this level. It's about, because like I said, there's not that many places where you take damage in this level. For the most part, it's more about. Perfect. It's a lot more about making sure that when you're at the end of this level, you have health and armor at the end of the level. That's what's important. Because for this level itself, yeah, if you're gonna die, it's gonna be from an instant death, something or other. It's gonna be something that just kills you outright, like, you know, missing a jump. which there's a couple points during the practice where I did miss some jumps, so I gotta be particularly careful. Particularly in the... Well, the two major parts where I've died several times have been this section right here that we're about to go into, the fan. I actually died a few times on that. We're going to save some ammo by not killing those guys. But yeah, getting knocked off by the fan blades is something that has happened to me. It happened to me only once in the practice, but yeah, just key is to get up as quickly as you can. And then come up here, make sure you have... We're going to launch ourselves up. And there is a head crab here. Want to be careful of him, and there's also a head crab there, which we can shoot pretty great. Alright, and then one more head crab here. And we're almost done. We heard two distinct da-da-da-da sounds. That means we hit both of them. And then we're done with this part. Done. And I call this about the first third of Blast Pit is what we just completed, because the second third is getting the power turned on, and then because this is getting the fuel and oxygen, and then there's getting the power on, and then there is a cool little, by the way, cool little thing on here. Well, I screwed it up. Crap. But you're supposed to, you can jump off and kind of land on the thing, and it makes it so you don't take any damage. So jump number one, bypassed. That's not the main jump I'm worried about. There we go. That's not the jump I'm actually worried about. There's a jump. Make sure I don't take any damage from that by accidentally shooting it. Come on, little eye hounds. Wasted a couple extra shots there than I needed to. That was actually pretty good. No, yeah. The jump you want to be really careful. Okay, also, so I'm low on health, but don't use that one because this is very important. Because that's the one we're going to use once we've taken damage. Actually, I guess, well, I mean, it's just save that one for later because you're going to be going back up there for sure. And there's this one right here. But we'll use that one for this. And then this section right here is actually a lot easier than the fan in terms of it's a lot rarer for, at least for me, I have a lot less problems with this part than I do with the fans, because the fan can knock you off. These things I've never had problems with knocking me off. Okay, I panicked a little bit there. I thought I was going to fall off, and I was kind of like freaking out. Fortunately, I did not die. Now, this is the part that I died a couple different times during the practice, is failing the jump onto the ledge here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go the safer route and get over here. But this does mean we're going to take a little bit more damage. But luckily we have this health station right here. Now this isn't going to get us back up to full, but it is a lot safer than dying instantaneously by trying to jump for the smaller ledge, which, like I said, during the practice, while I was practicing, I had several moments where I fell off because I kind of missed the jump, or I jumped and like slid off or something. Basically, it'd be the equivalent of like if you want to think of it in like real life terms, it would be like you jump and like basically bounce off the ledge, which can happen. Now, okay, so easy jump right here too. Okay. This is the hardest part. we're at full grenades as well. Burn. There we go. Alright, now we are 2/3 of the way through Blast Pit. The reason I say 2/3 is because there's a decent portion after this where you're getting on. I guess this is actually like more like 3/4 or 4/5 even. What I'm trying to say is that there's a little bit after this which I consider to be a decent chunk of the level, mainly just due to the fact that it's definitely easy. There's a few parts where you can definitely die. There's a couple different parts at it in this part coming up where it's quite easy to die. But luckily, we are A-okay so far. Now, it is important you want to get on the ladder here because otherwise you will take damage by jumping down, and that is something you want to try and avoid. Make sure you land in the water. Otherwise, that's very bad. Grab the Magnum. And swim up, and we're good. I can get up. Alright, and here we go. This is going to top us off on health and armor, which means, yeah, 100 out of... We're 100. We're maxed out on both at 100, which is good to... Good to go. Unfortunately, there is, of course, the part up ahead where we will be... Ooh, almost missed that. That would have been bad. So that actually would not have been a death. That would have been very much survivable. So we're going to be a little careful on some of these pipes because of the quote-unquote rounded off edges. Huh, I got the sound like I took damage, but I didn't actually take any damage. Alright, so yeah, that's actually, I guess, barely anything of the level. But here we go, we're at the end of Blast Pit. And we're going to jump down here. Which now, unfortunately, means pretty low on health, but there's a decent amount of health to be had in here. In some of these. And we'll still have 100 armor, and that's the rare... The suit power is actually rarer than health packs. Health packs are more common. Which makes sense because, like, even if you have a bunch of suit, if you're out of health, you're out of health. But anyway, we are at the end. So next up will be Power Grid. Or is it? No, it's Power Up. I keep saying Power Grid. It's Power Up. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check back next time where we will be taking on the Gargant.